Do I still think Call of Duty Vanguard won over the other two shooters that launched alongside it? Well, this is a complicated question and it's gonna take forever to answer. I mean, this video is gonna be, at least 10 minutes long. Basically, Halo Infinite has received, in my opinion, 0 meaningful content updates since its launch. It's both of its launches, both its campaign launch and its multiplayer launch, which were separate for some reason. Yeah, they're both basically the way they were on launch day, with some bug fixes and new cosmetics. Multiplayer also got new playlists several months ago, but we can't get like a Shoddy Snipes playlist or even like, I don't know, just anything else. Like, here's the thing, right? People keep debating with Halo Infinite, should it have a battle royale or not? Well, Halo could kick a battle royale's ass, it'd be great. Halo's already about dropping your opponent's shields or armor and then popping them in the head. That's already there. There's good context for dropping into a battlefield because of the ODST drop pods. They have an open world map. And Halo's already about on-site weapon procurement. Really, a Halo Battle Royale is just a one-life free-for-all that just plays like Halo, but you drop into a big play space with a drop pod. Honestly, I don't think it's the worst idea in the world, and I hate Battle Royale. Seriously, look at my channel. Look how much Battle Royale coverage is on this channel. It's all negative, if it's even there at all. But the idea that people are bringing up this debate, whether or not it should have a Battle Royale, is funny to me because right now, Halo needs anything. It needs literally the bare minimum for a game, let alone a live service game. See, the problem with a Battle Royale really isn't whether or not it would work, it's whether or not they have the resources for it, because they can't even get one new map out. They can't even give us a snipers only playlist. They can't give us the bare minimum of what it would take to feel like they give a shit at all. Okay, this is the point where the game's at. So talking about the logistics of how BR would work is hilarious to me. They don't have the resources for it. And if they start dedicating resources to a side mode that isn't Forge, that isn't co-op campaign, that isn't firefight, that isn't the things that people have been coming to Halo for over a decade now, that's not gonna bode well. They don't have infinite money and time. The reason I don't like Battle Royales being shoved into my favorite franchises is because the companies don't have unlimited money and time to work on everything. So if I have a franchise in front of me that I usually like for thing A, and they keep forcing thing B into the updates, I'm only gonna like 50% of whatever the new season or DLC has because of thing B. Hopefully that makes sense. The thing is, the core gameplay of Halo Infinite I do believe is very solid, it just doesn't matter how solid you are. If all you are is solid, then great, you have a strong foundation. Now if you put a house on top of it, I'd have a place to shit. Now we have to talk about Battlefield, and have you noticed I haven't gotten any new gameplay for these shooters? I keep finding new ways to bitch about the same thing, but I do not have the motivation to load either of these games up for any reason whatsoever. So with Battlefield, obviously we have no content at all. There has been no meaningful content added to Battlefield 2042 since its launch, and the game is most likely in the process of being completely reworked from the ground up, probably being remarketed, and might even release with a massive free-to-play element in the summer. So the $90 I put in last winter went fuck all nowhere. Oh wait, no, it went somewhere. Look, the footage right here. Look, that's where the $90 went. The footage you're seeing again. Yay! That is the last time I ignore my better judgment and tell myself, well, I'm a content creator, so I gotta get in on the early access period. No, the early access to shit is still shit. Meanwhile, Vanguard is into the middle of its second season, with multiple new weapon, perk, and equipment additions, multiple new maps, and an entirely new game mode called Arms Race, which plays on a much larger scale, similar to Dirty Bomb or Ground War from the last two CODs. While Vanguard has annoying little bugs here and there, since they fixed the aim assist and lobby disbanding issue, by the way, I've been playing with my buddies and subscribers a lot, and we haven't been getting disconnected after every match. In fact, we haven't been disconnected once since the last big update, so that's awesome. That took way too long to happen, but in the game's current state, the bugs and glitches don't really affect my moment-to-moment gameplay too often, so I'm okay. New guns to unlock and then level up, and having new maps to explore and get good at, having new things being pumped into the game feels good. Like, say what you want about Activision. I could fill a book with things I've said about Activision. But at least you know that for the next 12 months after you buy a COD game, it's gonna be receiving maps and modes, and yeah, some seasons might get delayed, and some content might not be a home run. But the thing is we're talking about at the worst with Vanguard's multiplayer, mediocrity. That's the worst we can really say about Vanguard's multiplayer. Mediocre, uninspired, a little derivative. Outside of its gimmicks, it's a sham. Its theme isn't really well followed. So you could say those things and you would be pretty much correct. I could agree with you. We could have a discussion about that and then we wouldn't come to blows. But we have, at the very worst, mediocrity compared to Corpse and Corpse 2. Two games that should have not come out anywhere near when they did. Anywhere near when they did. A really good way to look at the three games is that Infinite is a really strong foundation. What is added later to the campaign, whether through co-op or firefight or whatever, is gonna be great. The Forge mode is probably gonna be great. A lot of stuff down the line in a year or two is gonna be great, because you have a strong foundation, good movement and weapon mechanics. The only thing I find to be kind of is the selection of power weapons, but that's pretty subjective, and look, it's got a good foundation, but there ain't no walls, no paint, no roof. It's very, very much so a foundation. Battlefield 2042 is essentially the devs looking at the foundation they laid in the previous titles and then decided to build an outhouse next to it without a hole in the ground, so it's just a little room full of piss. In fact, I would say Battlefield 2042 is a downgrade in every way from the last 4 to 5 to 6 Battlefield titles. There's nothing about 2042 that I like other than weather, time period, some of the aesthetics, and some of the gadgets. I know that's subjective, but I don't think anybody's gonna argue with me that 2042 was off to a good start, but it needed more time. No, they had a bunch of non-starters. They ignored so much of what made their last game good. Their last 2-3 games good. So many of the things that people have come to expect from Battlefield were lost in 2042. It's almost like they looked at Battlefield 3, but only those like funny moment compilation videos of Battlefield 3, and so they tried to just make a sandbox where weird shit might happen, and that's sort of the only thing they wanted to sell. But the thing is that Battlefield 3 and 4, and Hardline even, Battlefield in general, is usually a really solid military shooter with that silly stuff on top. So like, they got the foundation wrong, and they got the building wrong, and they just fucking misunderstood the assignment. Keeping with the house analogy, Vanguard is like a house built on an old foundation. You know, it's remodeled in some areas that make it a little nicer and increase the quality of life, make it feel more modern, sets it apart from some other houses built in the era that the foundation was. But at the end of the day, the roof leaks sometimes, the door handles are all really loose, the plumbing's a little the placements of things are I'm literally describing the house I live in real life. Solid enough, but sometimes you look around and you go, what the fuck were they thinking when they built this, and why didn't they change this because this is really outdated and annoying? Let's not tangent about my real life. I'm talking about Call of Duty. Video games. You know. Fun stuff. The fact that the lights flicker in my house when I breathe too deeply aside, I just think that Vanguard won, and I just wanted to say that even after not being able to play the game for months because of its aim assist and party disbanding issues, I still think it is miles better than the nothing happening on the other side. Because at the core of Vanguard, you still have that Call of Duty gameplay loop. For better or worse, some better, some worse, you have that core Call of Duty run and gun, shoot people, level up your gun, get some camos unlocked nonsense that I adore. I don't really like it when people compare video games directly to fast food all the time because I think it's an old analogy, it's a tired analogy, probably the house one was too, but it is literally fast food. It's not great for me, but it's tasty enough. It's what I like. It's generally what I like, and so when I'm playing it, you know, maybe I'm not full afterwards, maybe I'm not going to tell the neighbors to go try it out, but it's solid enough. It's okay. And now, analogies aside, In Vanguard, I can take a weapon, customize the shot of it, make it all weird, go into a match of team deathmatch or kill confirmed, whatever, mow some people down, get some annoying deaths, provide some annoying deaths to the enemies, win or lose, get called some slurs on the end screen, vote myself MVP, and rinse and repeat, and I can have that fun gameplay loop that I've enjoyed since I was a kid. And at the end of the day, that's what I buy Call of Duty for. Now, when it comes to the alternative modes to Vanguard, because I do believe the campaign and zombies are the alternative modes in Vanguard because of just how lackluster they are, yeah, they're not great. The thing is though, Halo Infinite's campaign left me wanting more, and Battlefield 2042 is a page 404, so I don't exactly know what I can really compare it to, because Infinite's campaign was solid, but I want more of it, and I felt like I was a little bit jibbed in terms of gameplay amount. And then 2042, don't need to say anything there. And then Vanguard is just sort of like, why did you make that? Whatever. And then I move on with my life, and I play the multiplayer, because that's what's gonna get my time anyway. That being said, all of this being said, what matters is what you want to play. And I find myself giggling while saying that, because it's like, yeah, you know, if you're one of those people out there that's still on the 2042 fandom train, how the fuck are you finding matches that aren't like 80% filled with NPCs? Please, I want your life. I want the eyes you see the world through, because what the fuck, man? In all seriousness, if you enjoyed this video, I don't really care. Look, this was supposed to be the year of shooters for me, and I am now spinning my wheels rapidly trying to come up with video ideas, because there is no hype around any of these games, and out of the 3 games, 2 of them are on their fucking deathbeds, desperately waiting for something to happen, something meaningful to happen. I don't want to get into the trend of praising mediocrity, but as a COD fan, it's just a force of habit. But I really don't know what else to cover, because personally, when it comes to sitting down and playing some video games, I don't really want to play Infinite or 2042, and with Vanguard, between the really lame perk customization and the really bad matchmaking and team balancing, I do find myself not playing for as long as I was at launch, so who knows? I don't want to let you guys down and just forget to upload things, but I also don't want to upload things I don't believe in or feel forced. I also don't want to upload a bunch of stuff that's out of character that hurts me in the algorithm. So hopefully you guys enjoy the next several months of me pulling shit out of my ass, because we are officially winging it, baby. All right, I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.